Boom. What's up, world? Or Facebook, at least. This is your Schmuck Sports Pick'em week. What are we on? Week 6.
6.
I'm Fernando.
I'm Jeremy.
We had a little technical difficulty last week and did not get our program day, but don't worry, we got all of our picks right. Right? Every one of them was right.
Yeah, flat out.
Yeah, 100%.
Straight cash.
Straight cash for everybody, at least us two. We're coming off of a week 5. A lot of but a gruesome injury for Dak Prescott. The Jets are still the Jets. What else do we have? 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo did not look ready to come back in that game.
Yeah, he never looks ready.
Did you watch any of that? I mean, he was throwing off like you could tell his ankle wasn't ready. Like he couldn't step into it, and every ball was like just lofted to an area. And the defense was just like waiting for it, like, oh, I got this.
Yeah, that was my bold pick of the week last week that nobody saw because the recording was bad, but I did call it.
Allegedly. No, I heard it. He did because the 49ers were actually my survival pick, and that's a shame for me. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about coming up for this week, and we're gonna set it off with the Texans. First game on the list. Texans are going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans just look good this year. They were downright dominant against the Bills on Tuesday night. The second Tuesday night game, I think, in the last 70 years in the NFL. And they just downright dominated the at the time 4-0 Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Tuesday Night Football, it was hard to get into. It was a rough watch for me. I wasn't really too excited about it.
I had a little bit of fantasy implications going on, so I was kind of into it, but I only watched the second half. And like Tannehill, like he looks like a first-round draft pick finally in his career. I mean, he looked that way last year, but maybe that's just Miami.
It looks like the running back, Derrick Henry, is he's starting to get hot. That I think Josh Norman is still like, that stiff arm heard around the world.
It's too bad that play didn't count. There was an offsetting penalty for both sides. So, but being able to see it happened nevertheless. So.
Yeah, he's just too big. But he's turning it up, and I mean once he gets going, and man, that offense is nasty.
And he seems to be a second half guy too. I mean, last year I remember like just going with fantasy wise. The guy who drafted him in our league, he started off like 1-3 or something, maybe even 1-4, and Henry wasn't really doing much. And then he started turning it on at the end of the year, and that's when his team started winning. And he is the reigning rushing champion.
They're undefeated.
They are one of 2 teams in the AFC to be undefeated. With the Steelers, they were supposed to play them last week or a week ago, but that didn't happen.
There's There's another 2. There's 4. 4 undefeateds?
4 undefeateds, 2 AFC, 2 NFC. We got the Packers and the Seahawks.
Packers and Seahawks, okay.
Seahawks.
That makes sense.
But Seahawks are on a bye this week, so if everyone loses, there will at least be one undefeated team after this weekend. But I'm pretty sure there will be more than that because I got the Titans. Only 3-point favorites. I know the Texans got their first win of the year, but they still don't. Deshaun Watson just doesn't look right back there. Like I don't know. It's like he's trying to do too much.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to do too much. Like David Johnson's not helping him out.
Well, are they giving David Johnson the ball enough, or are they making Watson do too much? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you think he would do anything if he got the ball?
Well, there was something I heard on the broadcast last night of the Tuesday night game. Oh yeah, we're doing this on a Wednesday, you guys. So on the Tuesday night game between the Bills and Titans. They were talking about how Josh Allen was, instead of throwing for a touchdown every play, he was throwing for a first down. He wasn't just trying to go deep every time. I feel like Deshaun Watson is constantly trying to go deep every time. And, sometimes, again, I got David Johnson on my fantasy team, so I'm watching the game. I'm like, he's wide open in the flat. And he's chucking it deep. He might gain 20 yards, but he's, it could have been 2nd and 3, or it's going to be 2nd and 20. Or, 2nd and 10.
So you haven't totally lost faith in him. I figured you would have dropped him by now.
Not yet. Nope. I'm holding strong. Running backs are kind of tough in this league. Like there's like it's a PPR, so it's like wide receivers are aplenty, but the running back situation, especially with all the injuries, has been it's a rough one. But I'm sticking it to him. I'm going to keep sticking with him. That is, I want him to stick it to him.
Well, I think D-Hop is like the number 1 rated wide receiver in the league right now.
Oh yeah,
So
1 or
I mean,
2.
that's, missing him, like, that's huge. Also, another reason why.
And that's why Bill O'Brien is no longer the coach. I got the Titans. Excuse me, Titans taking this 3 points. I don't know. I'm kind of shocked. I know it's a division game, but 3 seems a little close to me.
Yeah, I mean, after the what they did to the Bills, like I would definitely expect them to win by more than a touchdown.
And they were talking like they had all that time off. They couldn't even practice because they couldn't go into their facility, and like you would expect the Titans to look the way the Bills did last night, not the other way around. But that was the case.
They look tough. I like them.
All right, next we're still in the AFC. We got Bengals heading to Indianapolis, take on the Colts. Colts having a good Phillip Rivers loss last week. Forget who they lost to. They lost either way. At 3-2, they are trying to play catch up with the Titans in that division. The Colts defense is tough, and that's why they're going to win this game over the Bengals. 7.5 point favorites at home. I can see them winning by much more than that. If Phillip Rivers doesn't turn the ball over, they'll be fine. But Phillip Rivers loves throwing interceptions.
Yeah. Cincinnati's, other than Joe Burrow, like Joe Mixon's been doing his thing. AJ Green, he's called out to be traded. So they're ready to implode in a moment. So
I didn't hear about that. Yeah, AJ. I mean, is he worth any trade bait? Like, what would someone give up for him? He's old. He's coming up of it. Or he's older he's old for NFL players' age.
Yeah, he's injury prone.
Yeah,
but I mean, shit. I think that he could like go to a team like, I don't know, say
the Jets.
The Jets. Yeah, exactly, the Jets.
That's
or
exactly
hey,
what
what about Jacksonville? Give him another target. I mean, he's making the most. Minshew's making the most out of his players that he's got already. But
well, if AJ Diggs wanted to leave Minnesota because he wanted to be the number 1 guy. Like Thielen was the number 1 guy, and then Diggs he didn't want that. I feel like in Cincy, I mean, you got good receivers. T. Higgins, or as I like to call him, T. Ocho Cinco. He's looking good as a rookie, and Tyler Boyd he's just downright a good receiver. So like those are the main guys he looks at. And that's like, AJ Green's always used to being number 1. I don't know, maybe he'll go to Dallas, get reunited with Andy Dalton.
Oh, damn. You know what? Let's do I'm all for that.
I think you guys have enough receivers the way it is.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter. We're putting up enough points to win by 2 or 3 points. It'd be the over. It'd be like 100 points. It'd be like 53-50. We have to win shootouts.
Yeah.
So what's another weapon? So
I guess there you go. Colts by plenty. I mean, Phillip Rivers will do enough. Like, Bengals defense is terrible. Their offense is Joe Burrow looks good. The Bengals have at least that going for them. So it'll be another tough game for the Bengals, but you have Joe Burrow. Be happy.
Yeah, maybe T.Y. Hilton will get off the schneid this week.
Yeah, right. I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? This is it's about time for some T.Y. Hilton, a little breakout game. I'm definitely taking the Colts and to cover the points as well.
Boo. Next we'll go to Falcons are traveling to Minnesota, take on the Vikings. Vikings are 4-point favorites in this one. Vikings coming off a heartbreaking loss, a 27-26 loss at Seattle. A game it seemed like they had it locked up like in the whole game. I think our time of possession was 2-1. I think it was 40 minutes to 20 minutes. But we don't have to talk about that. I will say DK Metcalf did win me my fantasy game that week. So it's a love-hate feeling right now. The Falcons, it'll be Raheem Morris's first coaching gig with the Falcons, former Buccaneers head coach. The Falcons seem to be, talked about the Bengals imploding. Falcons seem like they're there. Injuries, new coach. Yeah. I think the Vikings can actually win this pretty handily.
Yeah, they're not going to play Julio. Julio is not going to play again this week. I didn't think he was going to play last week. I think he could, but they probably might as well just like keep him out, let him get healthy 100% before he comes back. And then
And I think they have a bye next week, so that could be it too. Like one more week, and then you got the full week off. Like, nah.
Well, I've been hearing though also, they're talking about Matt Ryan is on on the hot seat.
Yeah. How long's he been around? Like 2008, I think he was drafted.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great for them and keeps them in the game. He's a great quarterback, but
they've been talking about a couple I was telling you talking about this earlier. Excuse me. There was a Kyle 49ers are looking for a quarterback. They're talking about Kyle Shanahan reunions, maybe with Kirk Cousins going out there like a midseason trade, or even Matt Ryan, as he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons.
Damn.
And he was for the Washington football team back when Cousins was there. I'm pretty sure that's all smoke. It's hard to bring in a quarterback midseason to like pick up the slack on a brand new playbook. But I mean, maybe it's not that far fetched. Nobody had really training camps.
If anybody could do it, like just jump in there and like grasp the playbook, it'd be like Matt Ryan. He could go to the Niners and turn that around real quick, and like make that offense like a legit threat. Because like Garoppolo's not doing that shit.
Oh, Garoppolo looked terrible on Sunday. Terrible.
But in Kirk Cousins, I don't know what you can do with him.
I think against the Falcons' defense, Kirk Cousins can look like a $30 million quarterback. But he doesn't look like that.
No Dalvin Cook this week.
No Dalvin. I don't think that'll matter. Like Alexander Madison is a great backup. He is he just doesn't get to go out there much because Cook's actually been healthy the last couple of seasons, which is rare for him. But here he is getting injured again. He still has yet to play all 16 games in 1 year since he was drafted in 2017. But I got the Vikings covering the 4 points. I think they'll get their second win of the year. Leave the Falcons defeated.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are wanting to get a bid in that Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes, so they're going to
Lawrence
definitely
Fields, and there's the guy out of North Dakota State they've been talking about too. I actually looked at there was a projected mock draft for the 2021 draft.
Oh, you've already looking for that?
And I looked at it. They had the Vikings taking that North Dakota guy. I don't know anything about him. I think Fields went number 2. Ohio,
oh, really?
Wow. They had 3 quarterbacks. I think they had the Vikings at 14 taking this guy. So we'll see what happens. But this is all rumors are fun. What can we say?
Historically, Ohio State quarterbacks never really do shit.
Yeah, they don't pan out. Like, what's can you name? I mean, I can't even name. I mean, I can name them, but Troy Smith, Haskins, that one other big dude who went to I think the Chargers.
Terrell Pryor.
And he got turned into a wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
Although he does have the longest run in NFL history for a quarterback.
I think he could have done all right if they would have kept him playing at quarterback. But
yeah.
He was just a good athlete, and the Browns saw something more in him.
He did have that one good year as a receiver, but
he did.
Just that one year.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely. I like I'll go with the Vikings this week.
Hey, look at you! Is this your first time picking them this year?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Next, Broncos at Patriots. This game got moved up a week. They both had unscheduled byes last week. Cam Newton, I heard, was back on the practice field. I think he's over his COVID stint.
He's definitely playing this week for sure.
Yeah, you'd think so. Broncos, Patriots, Belichick will figure out a way to beat them. But at 9.5 points, I don't think I like that. I think I got Denver on the under for that one.
Yeah, no, I would definitely. I'm definitely rolling with the Patriots this week. Just having Cam back, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it's night and day difference.
Stidham or Hoyer? No, thank you.
Yeah, no, not at all. And a 9-point spread. That is pretty steep.
Denver, I don't know. Denver's they've been in games. They're not really getting blown out. They hung with the Steelers for a bit. They almost beat the Titans week 1. And you know what? This Rippon, he doesn't look that bad out there. I don't know. I don't know who's starting. I don't know if Drew Lock's back.
I think Lock practicing full today. So.
Oh, okay, so maybe they get their quarterback back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this game will be close.
Still, I mean,
their
wide receivers are banged up really bad. I mean, there's no Sutton, there's no what was it, TJ something like. There was
Noah Fant's coming back.
Noah Fant's coming back.
My
All
boy.
right. Yeah.
Fantasy.
I mean, yeah, he's a big target. Maybe Jerry Jeudy
Step it up. He had some drops this year, but he's
Melvin Gordon got a DUI this week, so I don't know if he's going to get suspended or not.
Well,
I don't know how does that work in the NFL nowadays.
He'll probably get a suspension, but is it this week? Is it next week? I don't know. I forget. It's been a while since the players got a DUI. They've been cracking down on them hard, and they've been.
You have nowhere to go. How are you getting a DUI? I thought we were supposed to be in lockdown right now.
And only that, you're a football player making millions of dollars. Order a lift.
I know exactly.
Even if it's like $100 lift, that's nothing to you. You make millions of dollars.
If I made $100,000, I'd probably be having somebody drive me around.
Absolutely. Here, come pick. I'll call a friend
Please,
up.
just come get
I'll
me.
Give you $50. Come get me.
Exactly. No, I never understood that shit. But Philip Lindsay is back. If Drew Lock comes back, I could see them maybe keeping it close, but I still like the Patriots
for sure
by a touchdown.
Patriots, if you're taking the over Broncos.
Yeah.
All right, up next. Ooh, this is a matchup. We got a combined record of 1-9 with the Washington football team traveling to the Giants, who barely lost. That was my upset. Actually, that was my upset last week. I had the Giants beating the Cowboys, but
any way you can shit on the Cowboys.
I'm just saying they look good. At first I was ready. I was waiting for the mistakes to happen, and then they happened.
Yeah.
But the Giants come in as 2.5-point favorites. That's got to be the first time this year they're favorites. I'm going to pick every NFC East team to lose this week, except for the 0-5 Giants. I think they can put it together. Daniel Jones can. I don't know. He's only in his second year. Give him, these quarterbacks are under so much scrutiny to perform
I know,
right
exactly.
away. And he has got a shitty offensive line. He's got injuries. Saquon Barkley's gone.
What can you expect him to do? You can't really expect much. And just the fact that he's been able to pull something out of his ass,
they just get Eli out of retirement.
Yeah, exactly. He did do that, so give him that much credit.
Yeah, he was better than Eli at the end of his career. But I like the Giants at 2.5. I think they can win by a field goal. I would take the over and the New York Football Giants.
Yeah. So who is it? Oh, so Kyle Allen. He's starting.
Allegedly, it's going to be Kyle Allen. Oh yeah, that should be something. That was almost it's like even if he doesn't play again this year. Alex Smith going out on the field again. That's already the comeback player of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, man.
He completed his first pass. It was like a 2-yard swing pass to McKissick, but that was it. I was right there. Comeback player of the year. Give it to him
definitely
right there.
shout out to Alex Smith.
Hell
yeah. Man.
I remember we went out there. His family was there. They all started clapping. It was because we were Kyle Allen got tackled hard into the turf. It looked like it was a head injury, but ended up being a shoulder. And then, good seeing Alex Smith, but they couldn't have handled those Rams. Yeah,
you know what? I'm going to, step out on a limb and say, Washington gets it done. And Chase Young, one of the rookies in the hunt for Rookie of the Year, he steps up big and brings some pressure on Daniel Jones. And
so the 1-4 Washington
it's going to be like a 10-7 final.
Oh, come on. I need a high scoring of that. But you say going out on a limb.
It's the 80s and shit.
Beating an 0-5 team is going out on a limb?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess when it's Washington, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I guys still go Giants. Danny Dimes, Danny Two Nickels gets it done. Up next, this is my lock of the week. We got the Ravens at the Eagles. Eagles 1-3-1. They're Carson Wentz. The guy he was so good in 2017. Got that knee injury, and he just has not looked even close to the same. And, again, they got injuries, too. It's just injuries on every team. But you can't use it as an excuse. Like, everyone's got injuries. You got to go up. Next man up. Come on, get it done. With that being said, the Ravens are going to destroy them.
Yeah, definitely. Baltimore's going to handle their business. They look good. I mean, they're not the best team in the league. You know, they still got a ways to go, but this is a good game for them to, like, you know, go out and show what kind of football team they are. And, you know, if they should be able to handle the Eagles. Like, if they can't go in there and, like, get it done and, you know, dominate the game, then, you know, you have something to worry about.
7.5-point favorites. I'd still take Baltimore on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Side note, Washington's lost 4 in a row by 14-plus points. Just wanted to say that on a backtrack. All right, so we both got Ravens by a ton. All right, up next, this is going to be a really good game. We got this first game since the Mason Rudolph incident. The Browns traveling to Pittsburgh, taking on the Steelers. 4-1 Cleveland. 4-1 Cleveland. I said that right. Going to the undefeated 4-0 Steelers. Pittsburgh 3.5-point favorites. Browns have looked really good the last couple of weeks. Like they're figuring something out, and I don't know who to pick. I will say this: I got a little note here. Roethlisberger 22-2-1 in his career against Cleveland.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going with the Steelers until you can't, you know, until you beat your big brother. Like, you can't pick against your big brother. The big brother is just, you know.
I feel like it'll be a shootout. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. But Pittsburgh's defense will force that turnover like late in the game. Mm-hmm. Like, it could be like a 35-31 score and Cleveland's driving, and then Pittsburgh will get that interception and seal the deal.
Yeah.
So I'll take Pittsburgh in that one.
Yeah, and then, you know, if for some, you know, reason that like the Browns get it done, then you got to, you know, have something to worry about. They're going to be hyped up, and then
big time.
Well, that could be the motivation and the, you know, to get them through. Like
that could also be their kryptonite too. Once they get hyped up, like are they going to start thinking like right now they're like, you know, like, ooh, Browns are coming up. Are they good? Are they going to be good? What are they going to do? And then like, all right, they're the team, and then that's when they that
could be it. But you know, I mean, shit, that's a good momentum. Like if they could get right off 5 in a row, like that'd be wild. I just, you know,
let's see. For first. I mean, if that happens, they could be tied for first with the Ravens,
which they already, you know, lost to week 1, and you know, then that's going to be the game of the year whenever if that comes back around.
The former Cleveland team against the current Cleveland team, but Steelers will they'll win an exciting one. I'm looking forward to that game. All right, more 10 o'clock games, 10 o'clock Pacific time games. Chicago Bears traveling to Carolina. Carolina 3 in a row without McCaffrey. Teddy Two Gloves getting it done.
Yeah.
Come back to Minnesota, Teddy. Carolina comes into this at 1.5-point favorites. This might be the closest. Well, it's one of the closest games of the week as far as your point spreads go. I feel like the Bears probably played their best game on Thursday when they took down the Buccaneers. They played really well. Their other games, especially all their wins, I feel like they're the luckiest team to be at 3-1, which is why I'm taking the Panthers to let them in and then beat them down. Panthers, Teddy Two Gloves will get it done. Still no McCaffrey, but they don't need McCaffrey.
Mike Davis is an animal.
Doing it.
He is an animal. And Robbie Anderson, I've been, you know, hyping him up a little bit this year, and he's right up there. I think he's like, you know, 2 or 3 in the wide receiver list. You know,
he's definitely. I got a buddy who's a Panthers fan. He always complains about how skinny Robbie Anderson is. Like it's like, dude, why do you care?
He goes up.
Why
do
you care how
man.
skinny he is? Look at him go up and make all these plays.
Yeah, he's a playmaker, man. I like Robbie Anderson.
He is, and look at Robbie. I mean, he put up a little bit of numbers in New York with the Jets, but look what happens when you leave.
He had to leave his body on the field, like damn near. I mean, just to get it done in the Jets, and then they were stupid to let him go. They should
look at how good all these players are. Just wait till Le'Veon Bell finds a place. He's going to be averaging 120 yards a game because he's playing with somebody else.
Probably going to go back to Pittsburgh, I bet.
Could happen. But I like the Panthers. 1.5. You can't really go with if you pick the winner. It's more than likely the point spread. But I will take those Panthers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't bet against Teddy Two Gloves right now. Like he's just been, I don't know. They're on a roll right now, and the fact that they're getting it done without McCaffrey, and they just got, I don't know. They got some magic going on over there in Carolina right now.
Feeling it. They're going to still, I mean, and that division's wide open. They could still win that division.
The Bears defense, like they've been, coming up, they're keeping them in. I mean, they're getting better.
They're getting closer to what they were in 2018.
I just can't really, I can't bet. I can't go with Nick Foles with any confidence.
Only if he's playing for the Eagles. That's the only time Nick Foles is good.
Yeah, I just never know what to expect, and they snuck that one by Buccaneers last week. I don't think they get it done.
Tom Brady didn't realize it was fourth down. That was funny.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be the wily veteran.
Let's go Carolina. Fuck that.
All right, yeah. Teddy Two Gloves, baby.
Yeah.
All right, our final early game, we got the 1-3 Lions going to the 1-4 Jaguars. Detroit coming in with the favorite. I don't know. Jacksonville's kind of been up and down. Like they've lost 4 in a row. Yeah, 4 in a row. But they're some of the games they lose are close. But they look downright terrible last week.
Yeah.
But they're so close. They're like almost their Minshew. I feel like he's the real deal. I think he's going to be their quarterback of the future. He doesn't get rattled, but they're deep. Like they don't have anything around him.
Their defense is too inconsistent. Giving up. I mean, it's like 3rd down and 10. Like giving up big first downs. Like they they keep their defense on the field way too long. They just can't make the crucial stop.
They have allowed 30-plus points in 4 straight games in their 4-game losing streak.
Yeah,
for that Jaguars defense.
I think I don't know what kind of injury Chark has, but he missed one game. I think it was the game against the Dolphins. He didn't even play.
Oh yeah.
And then he came back, and then he's out. He might be out again this week. I think he left the game early last week. So when he's in though, that's whenever the offense really gets dynamic. That's when Minshew's at his best. He's finding Chark and, making big plays. But
so who you got in this crap versus?
I was rolling with him. At the beginning of the season. First 4 weeks, and then I said I wouldn't do it again. So I'm not gonna. I'm not doing it. I can't.
So Detroit for you?
Yeah. I'm definitely rolling with Detroit.
I'm gonna jump on the Jaguars bandwagon. I'm gonna say they snap that. Matthew Stafford's due for a 3-interception game. I got the Jaguars.
Yeah, they're unpredictable. They could turn it around. Get a W this week. I wouldn't be surprised, but every time I picked them, they've
lost.
They've lost.
Except for
week one was great. Week one, I felt it, and I like them. Don't get me wrong. I really do like the Jaguars. I want to back them, but Sam, I can't. I just can't.
What do we got next? Afternoon games. Yeah, we were talking about this. Only 2 afternoon games. The first one, it's a doozy. The New York Jets, we've already bashed on a bunch this episode, traveling to Miami, take on the 2-3 Dolphins, the Fitz Magic Dolphins. Man, they looked unstoppable against the Niners. Fitzy was throwing it all over the place. I believe he had 350 yards passing. I should have looked up his projection on the all-time passing yard list. I didn't do that this week.
He surpassed.
He had to surpass somebody. I can quick look it up now, but Jets are averaging only 15 points a game this year. In the way this league is set up, all the rules are set up to for the offense, to score those points, and then they just drop Le'Veon Bell. I mean, the Jets are a train wreck.
I don't know how they can't get him going. Damn, he could catch the ball out the backfield. I think Le'Veon just gave up on him. He had to just check out. He's I'm not risking anything for these guys.
Yeah, he's I don't think he had one 100-yard game in any game
exactly,
he played.
But he played 15 games or 16 games or something. Like, that's not even a whole season.
I will tell you quick. I just looked it up. Ryan Fitzpatrick did surpass 2 players on this list. Alex Smith, still an active player. Alex Smith is now number 34 on the all-time passing yard list. And Tony Romo, number 33 on the list. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he is a mere 11 yards shy of passing Steve DeBerg. So more than likely
shit.
moving up to number 31. Like I said, if he can get a couple thousand yards.
DeBerg was my man. I like DeBerg.
What was he? Seahawks mainly?
Chiefs.
Okay, Chiefs. It said he played for 6 teams.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick's here with 8 different teams. But hey, 34,000 yards. He'll probably, I could see him hit 37. He can get up to the Matt Hasselbeck, Donovan McNabb area.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Damn.
But, yeah, and the Dolphins are like 9.5-point favorites. Who would have thought we'd say that at all this year, that the Dolphins would be like even a 5-point favorite?
Yeah, like I mean, I've been saying that their defense is kind of sneaky good, but they, the dominance that they showed last week against the Niners was just straight.
It was crazy.
Silly.
Both sides
silly.
of the ball, like it was just. Yeah, I like the Dolphins. I like them to cover 9.5. That doesn't seem like too much.
Yeah, definitely.
Not against the Jets.
Oh,
Joe Flacco.
Joe.
Like Jamison Crowder's the only person he can really throw to.
Man, I know Crowder.
Oh,
like,
the Jets.
Yeah,
Like I can't
horrible.
see them winning a game all year.
Yeah, I mean, I liked them the week that they played the Niners, and they were banged up, and they couldn't do shit against them, and so after that, I cut them off for good, and just they're done.
Garbage. This one's an interesting game. Next one up, we got Packers at Buccaneers. I remember back in the 90s, I'd always called this the Battle of the Bays.
Yeah.
So you had Green Bay at Tampa Bay when they used to be in the same division, the NFC North. Yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers used to be in the NFC North. 1-point favorites to the Packers in this game. My brain is saying the Packers will win, but my heart says the Buccaneers will win.
Yeah, Green Bay. Well, I mean,
coming off a bye.
Yeah, they're coming off a bye, so they should be good to go.
Adams is still questionable, but they're making it sound like he should be back.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, Rodgers, found himself another tight end, target to throw to Tanyan.
I think that guy's got a touchdown in the last 4 games.
Yeah,
or all 4 games.
And I think it was 3 last game.
Yeah. The last 3 games he has a touchdown, and 3 of them in the last one.
Aaron Jones has just been way too dominant, carrying the ball. So once Devontae Adams does come back and he's healthy, that, they're really going to be dangerous. But I mean, I haven't been able to bet against them all year, and I do just want to see Aaron Rodgers stick it to Tom Brady, because fuck Tom Brady, and I have never been a fan.
And I am the opposite, as I want to see Tom Brady stick it to Aaron Rodgers. If you're not that you're taking this podcast in order to make your bets, but listen to him. I'm still taking the Buccaneers. Buccaneers defense, I think, is a little bit better, at least in the passing game. We'll see. It should be a good one. Two probable Hall of Famers. They're both going to be in the Hall of Fame. What are we talking about? It's going to be a great game. So the afternoon games, we only have 2 games. Are you going to watch the Packers and Bucks or the Jets and Dolphins? Your decision.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Rodgers looks way too comfortable out there this season.
Maybe the bye week he'll come down to earth.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But he's rolling. They're hot, and until they lose. Until this week, maybe.
This week,
maybe.
Let's
I
go
don't
Tampa
know.
Bay. Tampa Brady. Tampa Brady. Tampa Bay. I don't know what the hell you want to be called.
It's go, Pack, go.
Ugh. Blow, Pack, blow. All right, going on to Sunday Night Football. The Rams, who destroyed the Washington team, taking on the 49ers, who look nothing like the team they were last year. Rams only 3.5-point favorites. It is in Santa Clara, so maybe that has something to do with it. Aaron Donald is a beast. The Rams' offense is clicking on all cylinders, and the 49ers just look downright flat. I mean, I want to know who's starting at quarterback, but I don't think it'll matter. Whoever starts is probably going to be garbage.
Yeah. No, you can't bet against the Rams in this matchup. I mean, maybe, the Niners, they rally just a little bit just because it's like a division rival or anything, but like the Rams are kind of flying under the radar. But they're at the top of that division, but they're still kind of, nobody's really talking about them too much. I mean,
yeah, Seattle's getting all the attention in the division, and there's just so many other teams that are playing really well that other people are talking about. Kind of surprising too, because they're in LA. You'd think the bigger market, you hear more about them. Someone asked the question on I think NFL Network, what will there be more of? Passing touchdowns by the 49ers offense or Aaron Donald sacks? And I think everybody thought it was for sure Darnold. Is it Darnold or Donald? Donald.
Darnold, like
Aaron D. sacks.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna be getting. He's gonna eat for sure.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a blowout. Yeah, only 3.5 points for the Rams. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. Against the spread. They're gonna lay those points.
Now I think for the third time this year we have a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. I don't know if that's because one of the games might have been canceled. They had it scheduled for a doubleheader, so I don't know if that's the case or not. But nevertheless, assuming there's no COVID outbreak. The two games, we'll start off with the first one, Chiefs at Bills. I think this game got moved back because the Bills played on Tuesday. This was supposed to be the Thursday game, so they weren't going to make a team play after just 2 days of rest, which, makes sense.
That would have been awesome. NFL. They should have done that.
But both teams coming off of games where they looked very different than they have the rest of the year. The Raiders just destroyed the Chiefs. I think Derek Carr had close to 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Tannehill was slinging it all over the place against the Bills. Kansas City goes in at 3.5-point favorites. 2:00 Pacific time game on Monday. I think I got to go with Mahomes in this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Gruden exploited the Chiefs a little bit.
That could be, they're putting almost, a lot of people saying maybe too much pressure on Mahomes. They think he can do everything, but you need some help. And they did lose Sammy Watkins. No Sammy Watkins for maybe a period of time. Mecole Hardman might be the guy to pick up on your waiver wire.
Yeah. The Bills, I think their defense is, going to bounce back this week. I think they have what it takes to, stop, slow down the Chiefs' offense. The Bills on offense, they can, definitely move the ball. I don't know. It was just kind of the Titans are just a really good team this year. Complete all the way around. So you can't really take anything away from the Bills' offense for having to run in. They just happen to run into that.
They ran into a hot team, a team that knows that right now they're just doing all the things right.
But if Allen is going to be considered top of the league, in the MVP race, he's going to have to bounce back. And Stephon Diggs is playing lights out, man. Oh my God, he's killing it right now. So
boy,
and I like him to get some. He's definitely going to have a big game. And I like the Bills this week.
Bills, all right. I'm going Chiefs still. I think Mahomes. I wonder how many games has Mahomes lost back to back. Probably never. I don't know. We might have to look that one up.
Yeah, let's do it this week though.
If you need help using Google and you want to look it up yourselves at home, shoot me a message. I'll teach you. All right, final game of the week still on Monday Night Football, the original Monday night game. We got the Cardinals at your boys. Dallas, the Dakless Dallas Cowboys. Poor Dak. I feel, for me personally, I hate the Cowboys, but I never had any ill feelings about Dak. There's not honestly, any of their quarterbacks. Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, they're just always, they're dudes you want to root for. They're not cocky. They're just good at what they do. But Dak, that was, I watched it live. that ankle dangling, it was like, oh.
Yeah, he was just kind of like picking it up and like flopping it around.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it sucks. You know, like I'm sad to see that. I didn't wish any bad, anything bad on Dak. Like, I love the Cowboys. I don't know, like I've been kind of not fully like supporting Dak. He's a great quarterback. I can't give him, I can't, take anything away from his performances. Like he's been, like I think he's like the number one rated quarterback in as far as like passing yards this year.
Well, he's
touchdowns.
had to with that defense.
Yeah, he did everything to like keep them in the game. It's unfortunate. I felt bad, because like, he wanted to get that contract and.
Yeah,
whatever he was offered, he should have just took it. Like
Well, now in hindsight, now he should have.
I mean,
well, they even talked about
it's rough.
They might franchise him again. Like it's still his team. Like this is just speculation at this point, but it could be still his team. Like give him a shot next year, see what he's like when he comes back.
Well, how many times did Cousins get franchised? He got franchised
2 or 3.
It seemed like 3 times.
I thought it was 3. Yeah, it's hard to
like. I think you could only get franchised 3 times or twice or.
Yeah,
I don't know what the limit is on that, but
and he should take that franchise tag because he'll get paid about the same amount. He'll still be getting almost over $30 million next year, and then if he can still do what he does even after that gruesome injury.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's definitely gonna change his game because, he was just that big quarterback that could run and take the punishment. He didn't have to slide. Like he was running. He was like a running back at quarterback that could throw the ball, and it's gonna change the whole dynamic of that offense. But maybe that's what he needs. I'm not saying that he needed that to happen, but it just that's probably why they, I would think that would be like one of the biggest reasons why they wouldn't have. They're like, we don't want to pay him that much money because he plays so recklessly.
Well, maybe, 2020, Alex Smith, Comeback Player of the Year. 2021, Dak Prescott, Comeback Player of the Year.
So, but they are in first place. Dallas Cowboys are
in
first. Yeah.
The NFC
NEC least. We're in first place. You can't.
And you know what? They're going to continue to be in first place because the only team winning this week in that division was the Giants, and I'm taking the Cardinals. 2-point favorites for Arizona. I think their offense is going to light up that. Andy Dalton's a great backup. Might be the best backup in the league. If you look at all other backups, he did a great job. He got that win on he did those 2 passes to Michael Gallup in the fourth quarter, set him up for the game-winning field goal. Andy Dalton will, and this is the best. He's not a bad quarterback. Like he just didn't have, he did not have any type of weaponry like he has in Dallas right now.
Yeah.
So I think he will continue. They're not going to be putting up as many points with Andy over Dak, but I think he will do just fine. However, they're going to lose this game.
Yeah, I carelessly go through these podcasts every week and never look at the spreads or the totals, but I'm definitely going with the over on this game because whoever it is, if it's Dalton or if it's Dak back there, they're scoring with whoever the team is
and give up 40.
Yeah, exactly, and definitely Kyler Murray. He's going to have a field day. It's going to be high scoring, but I'm definitely going with the Cowboys again.
I got those Cardinals. Cowboys will still be in first at 2-4. They will hold a 1-game lead over the Washington football team and the Giants, and a half-a-game lead over the Eagles.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, I wish that'd be a great division to be in.
It's so ugly.
I remember I think it was back in 2004. The Vikings and Packers tied for first. I think Packers were 8-8 and the Vikings were 8-8, but they beat us twice, so they got the tiebreaker. And then we went into Lambeau and beat them. Because we made 2 teams made the playoffs at 8-8. I think I'd like to see a 6-10 team make the playoffs. It could happen. If it does happen, it's this year, and it's the NFC at least.
Yeah, why not? Let's the Cowboys. We could rock with that because most of the time I'm saying it's going to be a 6-9, 8-8 fucking type of year, but Yeah, let's get it done this year. We'll go in at 10-6 or 6-10 or whatever. Yeah.
Too bad the Jets are in your division too.
Yeah, that'd be
something.
convenient, but I think we could definitely handle the NFC least at least.
You would
At the
hope
least.
so. The least at the least. Raiders, Saints, Chargers, and Seahawks all have byes this week. So, if all the undefeated teams do lose, there's still going to be one undefeated team for next week at least. But I'm pretty sure some will win. All right, I think that does it for our picks. Again, you can make your picks on the schmucksports.com website. It's only $10 to play. Winner takes all. Our boy Ken, the guy who puts it all together, he was the winner last week. He needed the Titans to win on Tuesday, and they did just that.
They got it done. And for him, putting it together, being the king schmuck of himself,
King of all the schmucks.
He gave everybody that that competed in the contest. You guys all have a free entry for this week, so go ahead and go to schmucksports.com. That's schmucksports.com, and put in your picks. You got your $10 credit there. I think there was 20 in the contest this week, or 19.
Yeah, so, I saw there's a lot.
Yeah, so the prize pool is getting up there. So if you go there and register, you're eligible to join the contest. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram at Schmuck Sports, and let's play to win. Hope to see you there.
Signing off, I'm Fernando.
I'm Jeremy. Peace.
Laters.